What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel and welcome back to our video. Today I'm doing race 6 for the 2024 CRC Brakleen 175. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Crafton Truck Series has it a tricky triangle, also known as Pocono Raceway. A very technical track, but also a very fast-paced race as well. The last time we ran here at Pocono Raceway for the Truck Series, we saw Kyle Busch pass Corey Heim on the last lap to pick up Kyle Busch's 100th and final win in the Crafton Truck Series. He will not be back this time around to defend that win, so we'll have a new winner this time around at Pocono Raceway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend isn't looking promising. It's going to be 77 degrees a high with 63 degrees a low with a 50% chance of showers. Granted, we got a couple days till the Truck Series race happens, which of course will be taking place on Friday late afternoon. But the track doesn't have lights, so there is a chance and possibility that we will not be running this race until Saturday or Sunday. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work. I usually do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who will not have a good run. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who really need a good run, who need a fantastic run or going to have a good run under fun equipment. And I do my winners pick, the driver thinks going to win the race overall. And usually for the Truck and Xfinity Series, I have 4 drivers to watch out for. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2024 CRC Brakleen 175? My first suck pick for this weekend at Pocono is the driver of the 88 truck for ThorSport Racing, Matt Crafton. Matt Crafton's been on a really bad streak over the course of the last few races, and historically, Matt Crafton, I don't think he's ever won this track before in trucks, if I'm not mistaken, and historically, he has not been that fantastic at this racetrack. I think he's unfortunately going to struggle this weekend. ThorSport's been a little bit off at times this year. They haven't had the overall pace or speed. I sadly think Matt Crafton's not going to have a good run, and unfortunately, I don't think Matt Crafton does well. I think he will struggle, sadly, this weekend at Pocono International Raceway. My second suck pick for this weekend at Pocono is a driver 13 truck for ThorSport Racing, Jake Garcia. While I expected Jake Garcia to definitely do better than Haley Deegan going into this year, I expected him to do way better. And let's be real and honest, Jake Garcia has been a little bit underwhelming with ThorSport this year. I think he's only had like 1 or 2 top 10s overall the whole entire season. Yes, he's been objectively better than her this year, but he's not been setting the world on fire. And the 13 team just doesn't have the overall pace and speed, even after they made a crew change not too long ago. I'm expecting them to struggle this weekend and not have a fantastic great run. I think he will sadly not have a good run and struggle this weekend at Pocono. And now we'll go ahead and jump on the underdog picks for this weekend at Pocono. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Pocono is a driver to 6'6 truck for ThorSport Racing, Luke Fenhouse. Luke Fenhouse is making his second of his 3 scheduled starts so far for 2024 this weekend, and Luke in his Truck Series debut ended up finishing inside the top 10 at Gateway. And I feel like this 66 truck will kind of struggle a bit, but I do think that Luke Fenhouse is going to do a very solid job. While I don't expect him to go out there and contend for the victory, I think Luke has another chance and opportunity to at least get a top 10. So I think he's going to have a very solid performance. I think he'll be up front somewhat, and I think that Luke Fenhouse will at least get a top 10 run this weekend at Pocono. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 9 truck for CR7 Motorsports, Grant Enfinger. Grant Enfinger has been definitely picking up a lot of speed over the course of the last few races. While the finishes really haven't been there, this 9 team has been getting a lot faster in the second half of the season. It needs to have good runs because I believe he's currently on the border of making the playoffs at the moment. I think Grant Enfinger is going to have a really strong performance. I think the speed is going to end up being there. I think Grant Enfinger will have a really solid, and I think will have a pretty strong and great performance this weekend at Pocono International Raceway. And now we'll go ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend at Pocono. Who am I picking to win? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend is still the winningest driver so far in the Truck Series in 2024, and he nearly won this race last year. I'm picking the driver of the 11 truck from Tricon Garage, Corey Heim, to pick up his 5th win of 2024. Corey Heim has been extremely strong this year and probably been the best truck overall in 2024. Obviously, talk about him potentially moving up the Cup next year. I think Corey Heim is going to have a fantastic run. I think gets win number 5 of the season. I think he's very close to locking, or really close to leading the standings at the point. I think Corey Heim is going to get win number 5 of 2024 this weekend at Pocono. And now we'll go ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at Pocono. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you should watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 19 truck for Nacanelli Hilgeman Racing, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes has been the only driver generally throughout the whole entire season that's been really able to been keeping up with Corey Heim. Christian's been extremely strong, had 3 wins so far, just picked up a dominant win at National Super Speedway where he led every single lap. I think he's going to have a really good chance and opportunity to get it done. I think the speed and pace is going to be there. I think Christian Eckes will have a pretty amazing and a really great and strong run this weekend at Pocono. The second driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 91 truck for Nacanelli Hilgeman Racing, Zayn Smith. This race originally was not on Zayn Smith's schedule, but Zayn has been pretty solid here in the truck series in the past. I think Zayn Smith's going to have a pretty good run with Nacanelli. They've seemed to have the pace and speed overall in 2024. I think he's going to have a really great and a strong performance. I think Zayn Smith's going to be up front, and I think he'll have a pretty strong, great performance with the Nacanelli Hilgeman organization this weekend at Pocono International Raceway. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Pocono is the driver of the 45 truck for Nice Motorsports, Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain's already won a race so far in 2024, that coming at Darlington about 2 months ago. And historically, Ross Chastain's been really strong in the truck series. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's won a truck race here back in 2019. I think Ross is going to have a really good chance and opportunity. The 45 trucks have winning pace and Caden Honeycutt so far this year. I think that Ross Chastain is going to be really solid, and I think he'll have a fantastic run this weekend in the truck series race at Pocono. And the fourth final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Pocono is a driver of the 2 truck for Rev Racing, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez has been one of the most consistent drivers at times this year. While he's had some times where he struggled, he still has won 2 races. And I think that Nick Sanchez is going to have a really good run this weekend. The Rev Racing / Spire trucks have shown really good pace and speed throughout the whole entire season. I think Nick Sanchez is going to have a really good chance and opportunity to get it done. I think the speed is going to be there, and I think Nick Sanchez will have a really strong chance and a fantastic opportunity to get it done this weekend at Pocono. So, those are my race picks for the 2024 CRC Brakleen 175 at Pocono. So, just a reminder, my suck picks are Matt Crafton, Jake Garcia. My underdog picks are Luke Fenhouse, Grant Enfinger. My winner's pick is Corey Heim. And the ones to watch out for, Christian Eckes, Zayn Smith, Ross Chastain, and Nick Sanchez. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race 6 video for the 2024 CRC Brakleen 175 at Pocono. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. List description below that, and comment your picks below for this weekend at Pocono. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know the drivers you're watching now for this weekend at Pocono. Let me know your race picks in the comments below. I don't think there's any more videos dropping today on the channel. Tomorrow we're going to have from our motorsports announcement video. We're going to have an NASCAR news video in the morning. And we're also going to have Xfinity Series race picks. Thursday, we'll have Cup race picks for Pocono. And we'll also have the paint skin video dropping as well. Friday, we're going to have the NASCAR news video likely early in the morning. And then we'll also have the Truck Series race review if the Truck Series race ends up happening. Hopefully the weather clears up. But the rest of the weekend's looking a lot better. So hopefully the weather can clear up and we can see the Truck Series race. If not, that race might get moved to later in the weekend. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. And I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.